I think High of the Hog definitely celebrates black food, but it is for all people. I mean, because the food the that the slaves made, the items that came down through the generations, it is our ancestors. It is from Africa, and it is what Black Americans, slaves, but Black Americans, they made do. They couldn't bring all the food, all the ingredients, so they had to make do. And in making do, they created a new cuisine. And this cuisine that we have now would not exist without, but it's American. It's Black American. It's American. My heritage comes from South Carolina, the Low Country, and always thinking about the rice and the different items that were probably on the boat. You think about it though, they had to put provisions on the boat from Africa, because there's no way that they would have had enough provisions to start, that they could have kept going, adding more people. And even if you're starving them half to death, not to death, but half to death, you would have to get more provisions. So that brought the rice, that brought okra, different beans, and seasonings even. And a lot of that is seasonings that were not here. So we brought that flavor. And I say often that the black folk of the Southeast fed and seasoned the country. I mean, people talk about Asian fusion, and you celebrate French food and Italian food and those kinds of things, but no one talks about black food. And you can call it soul food, but soul food of what it truly is and what people think it is two totally different things. Because really, soul food is that food that's just, it speaks to you. It speaks to your soul. And it's not just fried pork chops, fried fish, some pintos, and some white bread. There's a lot more to it. We're a Southern restaurant. There's two black women that own a restaurant. One of them is a great culinary. Stephanie does a wonderful job with things in the kitchen, but it is Southern. Southern encompasses a lot of different ship ports. And that's who we are, what we do. Stephanie's grandmother, she cooked for white families in Winston-Salem. She was 93 when she passed, and up until about 4 years before, she was cooking for herself. And this woman never learned to read or write, but there was nothing you could put in front of her that she couldn't cook, and it tasted as if it came out of seasoned and tender or moist or whatever the item is, as if it came out of a 5-star restaurant. Because that skill set, it's learned over time, it's nurtured, and as much as everyone says, oh, I can cook, everybody can. And if you have that skill set, you have that ability to create like that, it should be celebrated. Not by black folk, not by white folk, but by folk. It is really a wonderful cuisine, and it needs to be celebrated. Years ago, I was listening to something Dr. Maya Angelou said, and she made point that slaves came, they weren't low on the totem pole from the village. The slave trade, they took the queens and the kings. They took the most cultivated farmer because they wanted the best of the best. And so the slaves that came, the people that came on those slave ships, they were the leaders of their community. They were highly intelligent. They were highly skilled. We are highly intelligent. We are highly skilled. And we have lots of resources and gifts to give. We want to share what we have. We just need the opportunity. Yes. It's like, thank you. Because, you know, the yam is this, it looks like a tube. And a sweet potato, it comes from North Carolina. It's the one of the #1 crops of North Carolina. It is the state vegetable, and it looks nothing like, not the color. I mean, the taste is in the same family, but it's not the same. So yeah, I knew the difference.